Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lavender Water Podcast. This is your host, Matthew Williams, and today we're being joined once again by my good friend, William Conklin, back from culinary school at Treasure Island, San Francisco Job Corps. Give it up for Will.
Yo, what's up, my P?
What up, though? So technically, you're neck and neck with Jay. Jay was on the test run episode, and he was the full first episode. But you're going to be the first guest to do, excuse me, you're going to be the first guest to do two full episodes. So, setting records here.
Okay, I'm with that.
Yeah. You were at a point in time the longest podcast we had, but then we've been hitting hour-long marks and stuff. So, it's different ways to get your accolades on the Lavender Water Podcast.
Yes, sir. Look, I'm here for the people, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here to tap in, have a little fun, get the people what they want.
Yeah, it's just, giving out the PlayStation trophies, the Xbox achievements,
You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm at the, what would you say that's the silver trophy or the gold trophy?
Shoot, I guess I guess it's gold so far, you know what I'm saying? It's new levels being hit early.
Yeah, because they got the tiers with the trophies.
Yeah, but it's open to everybody. So let's start at that bronze, and then like when you hit 5, then you can get the silver, and then like 10 maybe gold. You know what I'm saying? And then upwards to like the 15, 20 range, like platinum, I guess, because, everyone's welcome. Everyone's, so, it's just nice to hit these new boundaries, you know what I'm saying? We're pushing strong. We're getting new subscribers. We're hitting different places of the world and finding new directories to put the podcast in. So, just keep on expanding and keep on pushing this United State-of-the-art once new brand.
Okay, for sure. So since the last time I tapped in, what's the follower count been, or have you kept record of that?
I guess since it's an honest podcast and like we're not doing this for the money and it's like we're not superstars. So from the last time we had 0, this time we have 24.
Oh, damn! That's good.
Yeah, we coming up. But who's to tell by the time this really airs where it's gonna be. So, just staying hopeful and just doing it for the sake of the craft, People need this information.
No, absolutely. And I mean with the Matthew Williams touch on it, I mean I feel like it has nowhere to go but up.
I appreciate you. Last time we talked you left it off with the trip to Gooberville and the endless hills of San Francisco.
Yes. Okay. So, I mean, let's just break it down, just in case for anybody who didn't check into the last, podcast. Basically, Gooberville, is I guess you could say more or less a sacred place for us. A lot of our adventures and journeys at one point in time or another always led us to this place. Or this, destination in some fashion or another.
So Gooberville is slang for psychedelic trips, mainly mushrooms. It started where, so Will and Sonny, or Frankie as some people know, I'm calling Sonny, that's what the Ohio fam knows him. So Sonny and Will went out to go get some shrooms, but it wasn't enough for the whole squad. So they're already kind of like on and tripping, and everyone else gets like stems and caps and whatever's left. And Will and Sonny are really feeling it, and we stop at this convenience store. We get, was it Carlo Rossi, the Big Wine Jug? But
I can't remember the name, but it was the one with the old white guy on the front of the bottle.
Yeah, I think it's Carlo Rossi.
Yeah, I think so. I honestly don't remember the name. I just remember the bottle. But it was like
a big fat jug.
It looked like a big jug you would see like in an old West movie where like it got the little one finger hole hook handle, and a big fat round bottom. Like that's the only way to describe it.
So while we were at Midway in Gooberville, we codenamed the Colorasi Goober Juice. So throughout the night, Will just kept saying, "I can feel the goobers. I can feel the goobers."
Oh man. Okay, so mind you, initially we're posted up, at first, and then it gets to a point where everybody's kind of like not getting antsy, but we're just like, man, like this ain't it no more. Like, we got to rotate. So that's how we get moving. We moving. And mind you, by this point, I'm floating. Like, the lights look amazing. Everything is great. Like, I'm walking, but you ever see those scenes where, like, people are moving and it don't look like they're walking because they just gliding?
Yeah.
Like, I was just gliding all night. Like, everywhere, I was just gliding everywhere we went. And mind you, all of our group, Sonny, Mario, and
Garcia. Oh, Shabazz was there too.
Oh, and Mr. Shabazz, shooting stars, flames, flame.
Barking like a movie.
I'll touch back on that later. But so we're there, and they're a skating group. And as we're going through the night, we see this monster hill. I'm talking about like
we see a series of monster hills. That's all.
I'm talking about like if you're standing at the top of it, it's like one of those like cartoon drops where like you see the cartoon character get to the edge of the road and they just go straight down. Like it was like some
for those who need some illustration, you've probably seen this viral post. It's a picture of it's like the photographer tells you it's Photoshop, but it's really not an exaggeration how big these hills are. Like you've seen this. It's probably like Post Street or Geary Street or something like that. It's ridiculous. San Francisco got some mighty hills, and I don't know how people live there.
Yeah, like you got to buy your car from there for there because like if you get an engine from anywhere else, you're not making it up these hills.
No.
Like, and you need all-wheel drive. Like, you need the most on your shit. Right? And so we see this hill. And Mario and Sonny and Garcia are like, yo, we should, like, go down this hill. So they mob all the way to the top, right? Walking. And it took them, like, at least, like, almost, like, 2-3 minutes just to get, like, that's how steep and how long it was. Like, it was a long, steep hill, road, whatever. Yeah. So, Sonny come down first, right? Mm-hmm. And he got 1 foot on the skateboard, 1 foot off the skateboard, so he controlling his speed throughout the whole thing. Because mind you, he tripping, so he don't want to go too fast.
Mm-hmm.
He did it smart. Garcia sits on the skateboard. He sits on it and rides it down like that. Mario is like, fuck it. I'm bombing this shit. Y'all are some pussies. It's going down. So Mario literally puts, if you ever been to a skate park and you go down a ramp, you know how you put the back edge of the skateboard on the crack and then you lean down and then ride into it. That's what Mario did, right? So he starts, boom, leaves in. It's going great. He's probably a quarter of the way down the hill. Flying.
Nah, he made it pretty far. He made it like 75% of the way down that hill.
No. He made it 75, but at this point, like just for the start, he had already made it a quarter, right?
Yeah.
After he got about a quarter in, he started getting a little wobbly leg, and from the moment that leg shook a little bit, I said, "Oh, it's a wrap." I said, "It's a fucking wrap. It's about to go down." And mind you, I am tripping. Like, it's my first time really being high on shrooms. I got the goober juice in me. Like, I'm just feeling great. I'm floating. Here comes Mario, wobbly leg. It gets worse. At some point in time, Mario's legs go completely in front of him. Like, instead of being sideways, both of his body, legs, and everything is facing completely straight. He Superman's into the concrete, head first, tumble rolls. And mind you, he tumble rolls for a second. Then at some point in time, he ends up sitting down on his ass with his head into his lap, and he has so much momentum that he's just sliding down the hill like that still. Just head down, like on his ass sliding. He's not saying nothing at this point. He's quiet. He finally stops rolling. He comes to a complete stop. And then out of nowhere, you just hear, and he just lets out like the most vicious warrior cry, like he was hurting. And I'm talking about like I am on the ground crying. I am like in tears. My stomach hurts. I have cramps. I am like rolling. No one cares about Mario right now. Like everyone is off that shit, laughing their ass off, and we cannot contain ourselves. And we are just literally in the middle of the road, dying on the floor. And and I'm just having the greatest time of my life while Mario's over here on this ground really suffering and going through it. Mind you, Mario didn't touch another skateboard after that incident for about 6 months. And then even when he got back on the skateboard, he didn't do a trick for like another 4 months. That hill low-key slowed Mario down. Like Mario was wild, and he kind of chilled the fuck out after that hill.
Yeah, all we did was skate the streets after that. We won because I remember we did like 3 or 4 more hills after that. Like it was at this point in time where like so sometimes when you be in psychedelic mode, you experience time loops. So it'll be like we walk into another hill and it's like, bro, did we just come from this hill? Like, or is this a new hill? Like, it was like we was like for hours like going down these hills, or trying to go down these hills, watching dudes bust their ass down these hills and keep on moving to the next hill. Like, whoa.
Oh man, like, and like you said, the time loops. Like at one point in time, we're walking down the street, and I don't know if it was Market Street or what street that was, but we were walking down the street and then ended up in residential neighborhoods out of nowhere. We were like, damn, how we get here? And then that's when we started seeing the hills, and then we just started mobbing hills, and it's like okay. And then like I don't know if you remember, but there was a point where we lost Shabazz, bro. Like it was like one of them time skip moments where like Shabazz just disappeared, bro. Like I don't know if we left him somewhere, but before we even got to walking, he was already out of it. Like he was throwing up off the wine. Like we had only drank like maybe like 1 bottle at that point, maybe smoked like 1 blunt. You know what I'm saying? He was out of it. But yeah, we lost Shabazz at one point in time in the night, and then I think we ended up finding him like when we got to the bus stop to go back to the island. I think he was already sitting at the bus stop.
Yeah, honestly, I don't remember losing him because I didn't want him with us in the first place. I mean, on the real shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody can't like everybody, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, he was just like that extraneous dude, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like he was trying to fill my role, and it was like, nah, it ain't about to happen that way, buddy. I'm already sitting on it, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, he was like, okay, so mind you, like, he wasn't really like the dude we chose to be a part of the group. He was more or less Sonny's roommate at the time, and so when you had a roommate, if you was cool with your roommate, if you go out, more than likely, your roommate was going out with you. So it was like one of them kind of ordeals. But he was like he was just extra, to simply put it. We'd be on the bus, he called himself being deep, you know what I'm saying? He'd just bust out into a whole ass, you know what I'm saying, poetry session just out of nowhere, make everybody listen to it. And I ain't even go cap. One time he did it, and he had everybody on the bus clapping, and he actually was pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? But then, like, he did it another time, and then Niggas was just looking like, bro, sit your ass down. You know what I'm saying? And
for those who weren't there and don't know, the catch here is that Shabazz would do the same spoken word piece every time he would do spoken word. Like
the same fucking one.
It'll kind of slip past you the first couple times, like, yeah, man, that sounds kind of familiar, but no, yeah, that shit's fine. But then it's like by the fourth, fifth, sixth time, you're like, bro, I recognize, like, bro, he keeps saying this thing, barking like a Anubis.
Barking to Anubis. Like, bro, I still remember some of his shit to this day. Like, that's how much he had it on repeat.
Yeah.
Shooting stars, barking to Anubis.
I ain't trying to doodle on him, you know what I'm saying? Like, in certain scenarios, he was a very cool person. I like the way he dressed. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like a psycho. It was just, he was a little off, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, not everybody can hang out. I think the reason I don't really mess with him like that is because he was trying to instigate me and Sonny to fight when we was butting heads in Chinatown. And, yeah, it was like, yeah. So I'll tell the story for the podcast listeners. So my good friend Sonny,
we was doing Molly that night.
We was doing Molly? I ain't never did Molly.
I'm pretty sure Sonny had Molly that night.
I ain't do it because, yeah, to my experience and knowledge, I ain't never partook in Molly. So that was okay. So that makes sense why he was like that there. Okay.
I was about to say he had put some, because I remember he had that water bottle, and I was like, nigga, what you drinking? And he was like, and he finally pulled me to the side and told me, and I took a swig of it, and it didn't really do anything to me. I didn't take enough clearly, but that nigga was drinking that bottle like all night.
Yeah, okay. So my guy Sonny, I think we was playing skate at first. Like, it's like horse and the basketball game, you gotta shoot the ball from the same location. If you don't, you get the letter. So it's like skate, you gotta do the trick. Or if you don't do the trick, then you get SKATE. Yeah, so we was playing skate. It was all cool. And we was about to move locations. And then Sonny said something, and I was like, nah. And he was like, oh, because you're a bitch? And I was like, whoa. So it's like, mind you, like, I'm like 6 feet. Sonny's like 5 something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, bro, I'm not trying to scrap with dude. Like, one, he could beat my ass. So it's like, it's going to look funny getting beat up by a little dude. And then on the other hand, it's like, you look like you bullying the little dude. So it's like, I ain't trying to do this shit. So, like, I talked my way out of it. We ended up becoming cool. Shabazz is in the sideline. Yeah, man, beat his ass, Sonny. Yeah. I'm like, oh. Not only is you instigating it, but you picking sides too. Like, okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, like you said, more of the story, cool dude, all in all. You know what I'm saying? But he just had certain things about him that didn't mesh well with our group at all times.
Yeah.
Like it was like when we kicked it. It's like there was no, you didn't have to try, or there was no, like, you know what I'm saying, forcing it. Like it just happened. It's like with Shabazz, it's like you kind of have to like put yourself in a certain mindset to prepare yourself to kick it with Shabazz.
Yeah.
But cool dude though, cool dude. I'm pretty sure he got some new poetry lines nowadays.
See, better.
I hope you're not kicking that thing barking to Anubis. You can't bark to Anubis forever, my nigga.
Yeah, it's been like 7 years, man.
Man. Hey, I was actually going through some photos after we had got off the last podcast, and I had pulled up some photos from our old barbecue trip. You remember when we packed into the car for the barbecue trip?
In Berkeley?
In Berkeley, yeah.
Yeah, the Duce day, yeah.
I think, no.
This was the one when I was leaving.
Yeah, with Sydney and them.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the farewell barbecue that I walked in on accident. I don't even know. Why the fuck was I in Berkeley?
No, we did go to Berkeley one time because we drank the Douce. I remember you had got the Douce, And I was like,
yeah, but then that farewell barbecue was kind of like at the same place where we had to do so. Yeah, that's why I'm mentioning the timelines.
no, I think wasn't that park in Oakland?
I thought it was Berkeley, but I mean, if it was Oakland, it was Oakland. My bad. But yeah,
No,
the Bay.
honestly, I really don't remember. Only reason I even brought it up because I just remember when we crammed into my truck and it was like literally 6 of us in a 2-seater truck.
Yeah, me, you, Skylar, Cindy, Jacob, Tyler,
And the lifter.
Yeah.
Mhm. Which, by the way, not to make it weird on the podcast or anything like that, but did you know she passed away?
Yeah. We talked about that like a year and a half ago, last year, a year and a half ago, something like that.
Yeah. You know, and it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because her Sonny and her were like in the same year, like maybe like a couple months apart from each other.
Mm. Yeah, a couple of people passed away since we was there, that we was around.
Yeah, man,
like,
it's
other
crazy.
programs and stuff.
I still keep in touch with Quay.
Oh yeah, Quay was supposed to come see me like 2 or 3 years ago or something like that in the A, and then she ain't never hit me up. So we still Facebook friends, but
Yeah.
like as far as like touching base and being personal, it's like you, Shaq, Devonte.
that nigga is funny as hell.
I'm tapped in with Kyle when she be on Facebook. Other than that, not on a super personal basis.
How's Devonte doing? Is he still making music?
Man, he in the mode of it, but like he don't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of force it out of him if you want music, because he's constantly going through this identity imposter. I don't know. It's a complex in his head. I think it's a Sagittarius thing too. I don't know.
No, that's a him thing. I'm a Sag too.
I don't know. Sometimes I notice in some of the Sagittarius people in my life, sometimes it's like they really in the zone and really getting to it, and there's other times they just get in their own way, and only they can get out of it.
Okay, in that regard, yeah. No, I feel you on that. I'm definitely like that.
But he trying to get married to his girl. He just sent me a picture. Yeah, he sent me a picture of this fucking pink ass steak. Talking about he was indisposed. But I was like, yeah, he cooked that shit. And it was like, oh, I wasn't sick. I wasn't on the toilet. It was like, I had to look up what the word indisposed meant.
What is indisposed? Because I'm honestly not too familiar with the term, the definition.
It means like to be sickened or ill, and I was like, because I'm the kind of person that like I prefer like, like medium well done beef, you know what I'm saying, and other people like it bloody and living and stuff sometimes. So he sent me this picture and it didn't look good. But he was like, I think I was indisposed. So I looked it up and I was like, you were sickened. So it was like, I told you need to fucking make the food better. You got to cook it more. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, I know how to cook. Oh, so I was like, I don't understand why you're telling me that you was ill from it, but then you're trying to defend that you know how to cook, though. So, like,
yeah. I mean, it depends on the meat, too. Like, because, technically speaking, you can eat beef completely raw. Like, it won't be harmful to you to do so, but you have to have good, clean beef. Yeah. You know, if your meat not good and you cook it, it don't matter how well you cook it, it's still gonna be bad beef.
Right.
He probably just had something old that he just tried to cook anyway, and that's why it fucked up his stomach.
Chef talk.
I know, right? I just went holding the chef mode. It's gonna be a whole different vibe right now. But what he should have did, right, is put the butter in the pan and get it to 135 internal now.
I mean, we forever players in that game, whether we're doing it or not.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I can't never go into my kitchen and cook a meal without going crazy.
Yeah, man.
and not even necessarily just going crazy, but you pick up on certain techniques and certain tricks that you just forever do that most people don't think of or haven't experienced, or they don't have that that knowledge to do so.
So much flavor.
Yeah, I think my kitchen is probably my most favorite room in my whole house.
I'm about to move my bed to my kitchen soon.
Man, how's Shaq doing? What's he up to these days? I know he has 2 sons now.
I think Shaq got like 3 sons.
Oh, a third one. I didn't know about the third one.
Yeah.
So he on his real family man shit then.
Yeah. We was talking about that a little bit on his episode. Being fruitful and multiplying. Finding someone you love and making family and yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Did you catch?
That's what you're supposed to do, huh?
No, yeah, for real. I need to start having some of my damn self.
Don't feel obligated.
No. Honestly, truthfully, me and my girl have actually been talking about it.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, 28, we'll be 29 this year. It's getting to that point where, don't want to be getting too old, still want to be able to run around with the kids and, keep up.
Right.
So, and I'll be honest with you, I kind of want 4 personally.
Hey man, I mean, I can't be mad at that. I can't say nothing about that. That's great. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I feel like you got the good enough head on your shoulders that's not out of your range of responsibility. Yeah,
no, for sure. I mean, mostly just because, I got a small family, and I've never really you know what I'm saying? You go around people with big families, and that's kind of what I would like. If I have 4 kids, I figure my kids maybe have 2, 3 each, somewhere in that ballpark, and before you know it, I'll be having a whole bunch of grandbabies running around and stuff, so I'm with that. Get back to a time period where people actually have family reunions and shit again.
Oh yeah, you gotta come down south for that, man. California, a real funny place.
No, yeah, but it was funny because I went to a barbecue today, and it was actually my dad's barbecue, and we were just talking about that because he put out the dominoes and the spades, and I was like, man, people don't party or barbecue like we used to, you know what I'm saying? Or come together and have gatherings like we used to, what I'm saying? It's completely different. The whole vibe has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Which me personally, take me back to what I'm saying, back then, I was. You know what I'm saying? That was nostalgic for me, you know what I'm saying, watching the adults play spades and drink and talk shit and all that. People don't do that shit now. I mean, they do, but not, at least not in California, I should say.
Yeah, man, this is going to be very controversial to say, but I'm going to say as a person from Ohio, I have big expectations for California, and I can't really agree that California knows how to party. Y'all know how to have fun in California. I can give y'all that. But I ain't, at least in my experience in California, I ain't go to no super lit, wow, California know how to party kind of event, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's not your fault, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? It's just there's a lot of different political views, and I personally haven't seen as many white people and Asian people I've seen in California, and Latin people. I didn't see as many black people. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's also with like the pandemic and social distancing, the smartphone, you know what I'm saying? And then, just the way that people got to survive now, people don't really have the time to connect with people or enough money to get to somewhere to be at that gathering with people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's the world. So I wouldn't necessarily say that like people are like making a point to not connect, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just that time and that money factor, you know what I'm saying? Like a kind of like a offshoot example, like my brother when he moved to DC, it's kind of a different bracket over there. So it's like you gotta have a certain kind of job to survive in that certain kind of environment. And when he got to a point where he's making more money than our parents, you know what I'm saying? And then his then fiance, she was like, "How come your family doesn't come out and see us?" When she and her family, they're from like San Francisco, so it's either you're gonna struggle from San Francisco or you're gonna prosper from San Francisco. She's kind of the prospering kind. So it's like us from Ohio is like, yeah, everybody just kind of like in that hamster wheel of the 2 weeks paycheck cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's not like big pimping trips. You know what I'm saying? Shopping at the Louis store. We didn't come from that. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
It's just that economic factor sometimes.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, Frisco is a hell of a place. But I tell you what though, if I ever achieve the financial freedom in which I'm seeking, which when I achieve the financial freedom in which I am seeking and going for right now, I would definitely move back to Frisco in a heartbeat.
Shit, bro. As much as I love San Francisco and I love the Bay and I love how they get down over there, I could not live there.
Really?
Like, San Francisco put me in the mind of like a little boy. Like, it's just my playland, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I just feel like it's the place I go to chill and lay low and, you know what I'm saying, to visit, you know what I'm saying? But as far as living there, I feel like I would never get anything done living there. Like, I'm just go to the beach, you know what I'm saying? I'll go to the diesel store. I'll go to the mall. I'll go skateboarding. I'm gonna skate the whole Embarcadero, all the piers. I'm gonna go to the wax museums. Like, it's so many distractions, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I can't do it.
Yeah. But that's why I said, like, on my financial free shit, just because, like, that's how I want to be in Frisco. Like, I want to live Frisco the same way we did when we knew we had 3 free meals a day and, you know what I'm saying, a bed to sleep in, and we can pull up and dip out whenever we want to. Like, that's what I'm trying to go in the city and be in, you know what I'm saying, Chinatown at 2:00 in the morning doing skateboard tricks and shit, just fucking off and smoking the blunt and, you know what I'm saying, sipping on goober juice and shit. Like,
it's like it would be cool to do all that again, but it's like so much time has passed, a lot of stages we went through. It's like even if we were able to go back and do it, those memories just locked in those memories, man. We just gotta enjoy them as they happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can find the orange chairs, roll up a blunt, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, we're just chilling by some chairs in a fucking alley in this big ass city. Like, it'd be dope. But it's like, hey, new memories, new experiences. And to me, San Francisco was like the peak of my dopamine. Like, literally every day was just like high. Like,
but that's facts though. Like, if you couldn't, I don't know. Like, some people just didn't go after it. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you at least work a couple hours out of your day, you know what I'm saying, after school, You know what I'm saying? You always had tree. Like it was like it was just too easy. Like you could, like I said, you could walk up to a bum and still get some fire. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of how, you know what I'm saying? You might have to, you know what I'm saying, make sure you just burn it a little bit before you roll it up and smoke it, but you be all right.
Like, this is no exaggeration. The best weed you go get in San Francisco come from a homeless person or
On me,
a heroin addict.
I'm telling you, I was looking for tree one night, and I was like, damn. And bro, I promise you, it's like he smelled it on me. He was like, hey, big bro, you need some weed? And I was like, man, I'm not buying that from you. He's like, I ain't got that fire. I said, let me see it. He bro, straight up pulled out something like it came straight from a dispensary. Like it was in a nice ass plastic bag. You could see through the plastic. The plastic was all clean. It had a little, a little funny little picture on the other side, like clean. I was like, oh yeah, this is some gas. Like, I'm talking about like probably one of the best quarters I ever bought off the street was from that homeless dude.
Yeah,
like it's crazy, but you gotta, but for people who don't know, like Humboldt County is right, you know what I'm saying, maybe like an hour or two away from Frisco, which is the weed capital of the world. Like it's literally where, you know, the top weed growers all grow and produce their weed, and so like the first state to get it is obviously it'll be Frisco because like they're right there, like just a few hours away. So if you ever want to go get the best weed, go to Frisco. But do not go to the dispensary because they go tax your ass. Go find you a homeless nigga and you gonna be all right.
So since I've left Frisco, I found out that they say the best weed actually comes from Portland, Oregon. And they be selling it like dirt ass cheap, like it ain't nothing. Like
but see, Humboldt is also in between. Is right by Portland too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. But I heard that Portland got it cheap.
He said Washington was the best place.
You know, I've been to Washington, but because I went out there for a month one time, and the weed was cool, but we were picking up from. And mind you, I'm a teen at this time, so like I'm hanging out with my other teen cousins who were just picking up from, you know, their homies and friends. So we didn't really go to no dispensaries or anything like that. So I'd have to go back and check it out again. But the weed was cool. Like I felt like you could have got what I was smoking out there at that time from anywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, I think for sure though, if you want to just throw a dart somewhere and you're gonna get good weed, it's gonna be San Francisco.
Yeah. For sure. But you know what? Too, don't sleep on Colorado.
Oh, yeah, I be forgetting about Colorado.
Colorado got some pretty dang shit, like, honestly.
Shout out to my dude, Dayon, from Colorado, by the way.
Okay. Shit, we might need to take a trip out of Colorado. I grew up in I grew up in Colorado for a little bit, actually. I still got some friends I went to elementary school with that I keep in touch with to this day.
To this day? Okay.
To this day. But yeah, no, Colorado might be the trip. Man. So the last time since we tapped in, what you been having going on? Same old, or what's new in your world right now?
Ain't nothing new, just this podcast, man. Like that's designing clothes, trying to step up the looks, you know, just try to maintain and get some money, man. What about yourself?
Pretty much the same thing. To be honest with you, crazy story. Blew a gasket in my engine.
Oh,
yeah, which was crazy as hell. So that kind of like, you know what I'm saying, fucked some shit up. But, you know, luckily kind of somewhat prepared for it. So, like, you know, we working through it. But yeah, that shit was crazy. And a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to Vegas, but when that happened, that kind of put a hold on the Vegas trip. So we gonna have to put a rain check on that one.
Oh yeah, everything in perfect timing. According to the AMC movement, we're supposed to go to Vegas after the whole thing blows over and everyone gets paid. So maybe Vegas. I ain't never really wanted to go to Vegas. Like 10 years ago, my dad said we was going, and then we didn't go. So I was like practicing how to play Texas Hold'em. So I got really good at Texas Hold'em for no reason. So one day, yeah, we got to put these Texas Hold'em skills to use.
All right, bet. You have to teach me. Me personally, I play 21. That's
yeah.
21 is definitely my game. Like we gonna sit at the table and play 21 for hours. We would come up.
Yeah, I definitely would need you because I ever tell you about when me and Devonte tried to play blackjack for our rent.
No, please do tell the story.
So I told the story on activities. Matthew and Devonte go to the casino for anyone that's tapped into Once News TV. But I'll retell it here on Lavender Water Podcast. So there was a time, 2016, me and my roommate from Job Corps, Devonte, shouts out Devonte, I'm trying to get him on the podcast actually. We decided that we were gonna okay, so the story, this is how it all went. We're staying together in 2016 in Columbus, Ohio. Columbus is where Devonte from. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. It's like no more than 2 hours away from each other. Like an hour away if you go really fast. Hour and 30, hour and 40 if you regular. So staying together, we got the job at the airport, and there's this point in time where Devonte enrolls in media school, which is straight, and he decides that he don't want to work at the airport no more. So, okay, that's cool. You got to have something lined up. So he was at Buca de Beppo downtown. So I decided that since he had left and he had made the kitchen harder, that I was going to leave and go downtown to Buca de Beppo. So at this time, it's just all fucked up. Like, he don't got enough money for gas for his own car. Like, because, like, he also paying the insurance and shit, paying on it monthly and shit. And it's just all fucked up. So, like I literally worked like one shift at Buca de Beppo. We took like hella fucking food like that night. We took like $70 worth of food from them. Maybe it was more than that. It was a lot of food, but it was like Mother's Day weekend. They were talking about it was gonna be like 3,000 people over the weekend. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm good. I'm not coming back. I'm not doing that. So we didn't do that. He got a check. I got a check. So how we usually do it, I give him my half of the rent in cash, and then he go get the money order, he pay the rent. So there's one day, it's like I'm under the impression that we're broke except for the rent. So he got Chinese food one day, and I'm like, bro, where you get Chinese food from? He was like, I ordered it. And I was like, no, allow me to rephrase. How were you able to afford Chinese food? I thought we were broke. And he was like, oh, I was taking from the money in the envelope. And I was like, you was taking my rent money? So I take my half of the rent back. And then, like, we talking like this. So what happened? This okay. So it started going downhill and illegal real quick. So we had this other roommate from Job Corps in Cincinnati. Well, he wasn't our roommate, but this dude that went to Job Corps was in Cincinnati. His name was Alvin, and he lived right down the street. So Alvin's situation, his parents was like, well, you're a grown man, you need to get out of here. So he had the whip. So it was okay, he got the whip so we could survive a little bit. So at this point, I'm overdrafted from my bank account like $200 at a time. Like, I'm like taking out online loans and shit to stay alive and shit from like shouts out Cash America. Haha. So it's just getting to a serious point. It's like we can't find jobs, we need money, we're surviving on Taco Bell, Rally, Steak and Shake, every once in a while Alvin come back with school pizzas. Yeah, it's fucked up. So it gets to this point where we can't pay the rent. Because the first time we paid the rent, I got the loan. Huh? Hello?
What happened? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I got the loan. I put my half of the rent in. I don't know how he get his, you like sold something. And then we did that month. So the next month, his mama paid the whole rent for us. And then it was really like, yeah, like y'all motherfuckers need to get it going. So we decided that we're gonna take the last money we got. I got like $150. I think he sold his camera at this point, or the iPhone, one of them, for like, no, it was the camera. It was like $80 or something stupid. So we ended up going to the casino and we played blackjack. Like this, it's the first table we sat at, and we kind of running it for a minute. Like we playing, it's like $10 a hand. So
okay.
I got $150. I got $160 with me because my dude Josh gave me $10 to play with. So Devonte got 80. So I put 40 on the table. That's all that I put on the table for me to play with out of that $160. So keep that in mind. So Devonte, he getting up out of here. He is not so he's not having a high game. So we playing this slowly. I'm doing $10 hands. I'm kind of building it. I'm not paying attention to the mountain that's forming around me. So we get to a point, it's like 2 hours later. I got like $250 sitting in front of me, $300 sitting in front of me from $40 on the table. Yeah.
My man.
So Devonte, he got nothing. I'm kind of like stimulating him to get back in the game. We're supposed to come into this together. So I said 160. So I basically gave him $120 to lose, and then I got up from the table. We went to go smoke outside or the little lounge area. So I'm like, yeah, bro, I got this throbbing, splitting headache, migraine going on. I think we should leave. He was like, yeah, bro, but we ain't got the whole rent yet. I was like, bro, like, we can't keep doing this. Like, it's like, you were supposed to come out with me. If you came out with me, we would have it by now. We'd be gone. But it's like, I need to sleep. Like, I can't keep doing this. Like, something is telling me we have to stop. So it's like, no, bro, we don't got the rent. So I'm like, all right, bro, you want to ignore what I'm telling you? I'm going to show you what happens when you ignore it. So we went back to the table. So, mind you, it took me 2 or 3 hours to turn $40 to $300. It didn't take but 10 minutes to turn $300 to $0.
Damn.
So they gave us complimentary hamburgers. We ate them in the car. It was a quiet eating session. It was very quiet. So Devonte said he was going to sell some other possession that he had, and we was going to go back to the casino, right? So so like the next day comes, and Devonte, he comes a little late from the media school. So I'm like, hey bro, where's you at? We supposed to go to the casino. What's up? And he just like start like unwinding, sitting in his room. I was like, bro, I thought we was going to the casino. He was like, oh, I already went. I was like, you already went? And he ain't say nothing after that. I was like, so you got the rent? He was like, no. I was like, bro, you. Like, bro, you lost more money without me? Like.
I think it's started on why they was like, what's up? I already went. Hey, we got the rent? Nah. Yo, what was he on?
I have no idea, man. I have no idea.
How did you feel in that moment? Like when he was just like, nah.
Yeah.
I would have been all one. I'd have been like, nigga, what? I'd have lost my shit.
Like it was far past the point of losing shit. It was like we were just so deep in the shit at that moment that it was like it can't the dead horse can't get no more dead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bruh. And then what killed me is like, you wasn't winning at all. So clearly, either you got shitty luck or you don't know how to play. So why would you go play the last of the money?
By yourself, like
By yourself. By yourself. You could have gave me half, and we could try to work it. Like, that's funny. But you know you can play 2 seats.
Oh no, I know that.
Like, yeah, like if no one is sitting at your table, like technically, if you wanted to bet on every seat that was there that's empty, you could do that if you want to.
Yeah, I know that. Because my experience of stacking to 300 was dudes side betting on me, trying to tell me what to do, and every time I did what they told me to do, we would lose.
So, like, side bets are cool, but like, but when you're trying to really gain money, like, side bets are an easy way to like lose money.
Yeah, I've seen that through these dudes who I've seen a dude lose like 700 for five more on the table.
Nah, that's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, like you can hit them, but the only time you hit them that consistent is on the phone, like on phone games. Like I've never gambled and seen somebody keep playing like a high number side bet and constantly hit or hit it enough to where they didn't feel shitty afterwards when they were done playing. Honestly.
It's real dangerous, man. you can go hungry. You can lose it all. It's real.
No, for real. I think my little trick or my little thing I have that I do is I just stay at a solid number. Like if I'm betting 20, I'm betting 20. Especially if I start winning. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I put 20 and I'm winning on 20, I'm gonna keep betting 20 until the house burns down. Because the moment you go to 30 or 40, when you feeling sweet, that's when they get your ass.
Yeah, that's when they start chopping your shit, and that's what I was doing. I stopped going 10s. I was like, I gotta get it back. I'm putting 50. You. All right, I'm putting up 50. You. Oh shit.
I'm telling you. Or what they'll do is they'll cool you off. They'll bring in a new dealer on you if you're getting too hot.
Exactly. That's what happened. When we left and came back, it was a whole different dude, and he was killing motherfuckers.
Yep.
He was not happy at all.
If I leave a table, I never go back to that same table.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
And you know it's funny because I kind of had a story kind of similar like that in regards to like my come up. Because I went and I played $20, and I think I figured if the minimum was 20 or 10, but either way, I put the whole 20 down because that's what I had. And at the time, I didn't really know how to play, but the dealer was kind of teaching me, and then everybody at the table that was sitting down was patient enough to, like, you know what I'm saying, allow her to kind of like teach me, especially because they kept winning along with me, right? So I must have hit the dealer for like 4 21s in a row, back to back to back. Like something crazy. And then I think I might have put like I might like doubled up one more time and then lost and then doubled up one more time, won, and then hit for like another $20 bet, won, and then I was done. And before it was all done, I walked away with like $200. So I had made like 180 or something like that.
Yeah.
But just off of like the last like $20 I had in my pocket, and I was just going to have some fun just 'cause, like, you know what I'm saying. But it was crazy because I kept hitting them, and then right after I had got that last hit, they went and switched dealers on me, and then that's when I had started losing. And I was like, all right, no, I'm done. So I walked away with my little 180.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they switch dealers or if if you get up from the table, don't fuck with it. You might as well get up and walk away. As soon as you get that first loss, I'm done.
I mean, that's what I was trying to do, but you know, people have learned the hard way. Because that's what ended up being salty about it was that we had like a 1-day extension to get the money, and if we came back home, chilled, had half of it, you know what I'm saying? Who's to say? We could have had triple the amount, you know what I'm saying? Who's to say? But, you know, we had nothing. We had burgers.
Hey, to the people out there that may be in this situation, don't gamble your rent money. You already got some money. Don't go lose it. But if you go gamble it anyway, though, and you win some money, please walk away with that money. Don't back when you got the tingly feeling in your head and everything ain't feeling right. Please listen to that.
I'll give them an even bigger one to sit with, and then we're gonna end this one. So I've been playing with the investment game. I've been following the AMC GameStop movement, and there was a moment in like June 2021 where I held like several call option contracts. They were like strike price for $40. I want to say AMC's price was like $30 at the time that I bought them. So the one day that these shares went from $30 to $72, there was like upwards in both of my portfolios equaling to like $18,000 in one day. But Matthew didn't sell those contracts because Matthew had been waiting on the squeeze and thought that he could have been a multi-thousandaire millionaire within the end of the week. But the price dropped from $70 back to like $19. So I didn't collect $18,000. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you hit it big, hit the mark and get it and walk away. And
that's a life lesson for you right there, I tell you.
Yeah.
I don't even want to ask how much that one hurt.
I'm still living with it, but I know. Let's just say that in the long run of things, it's nothing. But, ladies and gentlemen, that was the newest episode of the Lavender Water Podcast. I have been Matthew Williams. This has been my guest, William Conklin, and you're welcome on the podcast anytime.
Well, look, I'm glad we did it again. Glad you guys had me. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. And you know I'm going to definitely be back.
For sure. One love.
One love, brothers.
Peace.
Peace.